Hey, what's up? This is John Cena. Press the free like button if you remember. Keith Lee being a double champion in NXT.
Now, this video is very valuable to all the people who are uneducated on professional wrestling. The people who say dumb stuff. Listen, I feel like I dropped the ball in terms of I feel like I missed my calling. Maybe I should have been a fake pro wrestler based on I have very thick skin. The only people who piss me off are the people who say dumb stuff that is very uneducated and very, very ignorant. That's who triggers me. But overall, I got very thick skin. Most of you marks, you got very thin motherfucking skin. For you to say that Triple H is a racist against blacks, it's like I hate when people say Triple H is a racist. Like how? Where's your fucking proof? First off, do your research. Don't just say shit. That's who pisses me off. People who say shit without having any education on a thing they are saying about somebody. There's no evidence, there's no proof that Triple H is a racist. There's a huge difference between being tone deaf and racist. Being tone deaf, you don't know what you're doing, which means you are very ignorant to the thing you are doing. That's called being tone deaf. That's not being racist. Tone deaf means, yeah, bruh, you are very uneducated, but you have no ill will with the thing you are doing. That's called being tone deaf. More so, Triple H was tone deaf, but not racist. Listen, people want to bring up Mark Henry, the same Mark Henry who has never said not one bad word about Triple H, a guy who has wrestled Triple H multiple times in his career. And he has never said not one bad word about Triple H. He never called him a fucking racist. So, let's go back to the motherfucking top. I saw an interview with Mark Henry and Rene Dupree. They talked about the DX Blackface segment. So, people want to bring up that segment. The same segment that Mark Henry said he had no beef with that segment. D'Lo Brown also had no beef with that segment. Godfather, etc. Nobody in the Nation of Domination had beef with that segment. First off, y'all act like the Nation of Domination had only black men. No, bitch. Owen Hart was in that group. And DX did make fun of him too. By the way, that was a funny ass segment. When I was a kid, I did laugh at that DX segment when they were mocking the Nation of Domination. That was a funny ass segment. Listen, for that era, for that time, yes, that was a funny ass segment. See, it was a different time back then. But yes, DX, they were very uneducated on what they were doing. Even Mark Henry said it. They didn't realize what they were doing was bad. In hindsight. And yes, every member of that group, they regret doing that segment. Especially X-Pac. I heard that Mark Henry said that X-Pac was crying when Mark told him, yeah, bruh, doing blackface, yeah, that's not good. So, everybody in that segment did not like it in hindsight. But that segment could have worked if they didn't do blackface, but bro, it was a different time back then. Bro, I saw fucking black guys doing fucking whiteface. So what the fuck is the difference? I saw black dudes in that era doing whiteface. So what the fuck is the difference? It was a different time during the 90s. But overall, let's go down the list of people who don't like Triple H or had major heat with Triple H. Because I'm here to give you a motherfucking education on being racist. Triple H ain't no damn racist. Triple H was a player hater, but he was not a racist. Hold on. If Booker T, he works for him. He worked with him. They were at WrestleMania together. So, if Booker T has said Triple H ain't no damn racist, listen, unless you know Triple H on a personal level, you gotta shut the fuck up. You have no proof or evidence that Triple H is a racist. Booker T, he knows him better than us. And how come he said Triple H ain't no damn racist? Okay, it's called playing a character. Playing a heel TV character. That's what Mark Henry said in the interview. He had no problem with the DX segment. He had no beef with it. Why? He said, who cares? It's TV. That's what he said, bitch. He said it's TV. Who cares? We are playing characters. That's what the fuck he said. They were playing characters. So there was nothing personal about that segment. Mark did not care. Motherfucking D'Lo Brown did not care about that segment. They felt like that segment could have been better without the blackface, but overall, they had no beef with that segment. So let's talk more about Mark Henry. So people are trying to bring up, did Triple H do the monkey dance towards Mark Henry? All right, bitch, listen. DX was an immature, obnoxious faction. That's the gimmick. That was their gimmick. To act childish and immature. That's the gimmick. Hence why they are called degenerates. Do you know what a degenerate is? Shawn Michaels, Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, X-Pac, Triple H. Those guys were degenerates. That's the point. You gotta do stuff that's over the top. Shock value. That's what Triple H was doing. He was trying to get heat. Mark Henry did not care because his mindset was, hell, you are going to get all the heat, all the backlash, not me. That's why Mark didn't care. That is called a mature mindset. Mark Henry, he was built for the business because he looks over things. He's very, very mature. He's a businessman. As a heel, it's your job to make the good guy look good. It's your job to make the audience like the good guy and hate you. All these marks were saying, man, Mark Henry, he could have beaten Triple H's ass. Well, that means your ass got worked. That makes you a mark. For you to say, man, Mark Henry, he could have beaten Triple H's ass for doing a monkey dance. How dare he? Well, you got worked. That's called getting worked. Mark Henry did not care about that segment. Mark did not care about the monkey dance. He gave two shits because he got over. Triple H got all the backlash. That's the point. You want to hate Triple H for doing that. Well, that's the point. Right? You got to work together. Listen, adding racial undertones during a feud, that is not a bad thing. That's going to get the good guy over. That's going to make people hate the heel who is doing all the racial undertones. That's the point. That's why Booker T had no problem with all the shit that Triple H was saying to him during their feud. That's called heat. For example, Booker T, he had no problem with all the shit that Triple H was saying during their feud because Triple H got all the backlash. But that's a good thing. You, as a fan, it worked, right? You want to see Booker T beat the shit out of Triple H. Okay, that's the point. That means Triple H did a great job of being a heel that people hated. People wanted Booker T to beat Triple H for the world title at WrestleMania based on Triple H being racist in their feud. But, nigga, it's fucking TV, nigga. It's TV, who cares? Triple H was a character. Don't get worked, man. Be a fan. Don't get worked. That's what you do. Right? You put over the good guy. Make people hate you. That's what Triple H did. People hated Triple H during that feud. And that shit worked. Because years later, people still bitch and cry about that feud. Now, I will say this. That was bad booking. I felt like Booker T should have beaten Triple H for the world title. I will say that. That was bad booking. But overall, that was a great feud. Bro, he was saying shit that was wild. Triple H was saying a lot of racial undertones, but Triple H got heat. And it put over Booker T. That's the fucking point. Okay, for example, let's say I got into a feud with Rey Mysterio on TV, right? What if I call Rey a wetback? Obviously, people are going to hate my guts in the audience. Why? Because Rey is a good guy. People love Rey. But if I go below the belt, people are going to hate me for it. People are going to want to see Rey whoop my ass if I go down that route with my words. Like, it's never a bad thing to go down that route. It's wrestling. It's fucking fake. It's not real. Who cares? Triple H and Booker are friends in real life. Hell, Booker works for Triple H as we speak. So obviously, Triple H ain't no goddamn racist. So overall, let's go down a fucking list on all the people who don't like Triple H or had heat with Triple H. See, let me call your fucking bluff by you saying he's racist against blacks. Even though, bro, send me a video of a fucking black guy hating on Triple H. Please, send me proof of a black wrestler saying bad things about Triple H in a fucking shoot interview. To my knowledge, every shoot interview of a wrestler burying Triple H, he's always white. He's always fucking white. You can't have it both ways. You can't have all these white guys who hate Triple H, but there's no black men who hate Triple H. That is a fact. There's no opinions being told here. That's a fucking fact. Right? Let's talk about Keith Lee. To my knowledge, Keith Lee was a double champion. A black double champion down in NXT. He was the world champion and he was the North American champion. He was a double champion in the Triple H black and gold era. So how the fuck is he racist? He made Keith Lee a double champion. What about the Velveteen Dream? Listen, he blew it. Patrick Clark, he blew it. Triple H was going to make him the face of NXT. He was going to make him a world champion of NXT, but he fucking blew it. That was on Patrick Clark, and he admitted it. Triple H loved Patrick Clark. He blew it. So, fuck you. What about fucking Ricochet? Ricochet, Triple H loves Ricochet. Bro, Triple H does not have an issue with blacks. What the fuck is your problem? What about Jade Cargill? He brought back Naomi. What about fucking Miss Belair? What about Bianca Belair? Where's your proof that Triple H don't like blacks? Right? You have no proof, no evidence. I tried to Google it. Has Mark Henry ever buried Triple H? Does he hate Triple H? No. Does he think Triple H is a racist? No. I've never heard fucking Rock call him racist. I never heard Rocky Maivia call Triple H a racist. I never heard the Godfather, motherfucking D'Lo Brown, fucking Shelton Benjamin. I've never heard not one black man have beef with Triple H. Last time I checked, he made R-Truth a tag team champion with the fucking Miz. So how is he a racist? Where's your proof? Where's your evidence? Now, I will say this, Triple H was tone deaf back in the day, but that don't make you racist. He was tone deaf. But Mark Henry had no beef with Triple H at all. Bro, there's no interviews, no nothing of Mark Henry talking about the monkey dance incident. Because, to my knowledge, people think Triple H was trying to make fun of Mark's weight. So, there's no confirmation that that was a monkey dance. Because some fans think he was making fun of Mark's weight. So, overall, let's go back to all the people who don't like Triple H. And guess what? None of them are black. I got the list right here. So, Triple H had heat with Macho Man Randy Savage. I wonder why. Really? I wonder why. Why did Triple H have heat with Macho Man motherfucking Randy Savage, huh? Who else? He had beef with Rob Van Dam. He had beef with China. He had beef with the New Age Outlaws. Who else? He had beef with Scott Steiner. He had beef with Paul London. He had beef with Goldberg. He had beef with Edge. Now, let's talk about Edge. Yes, Triple H had heat with Edge. Hence why Edge isn't all elite wrestling. That's why Edge left. He doesn't want Triple H as his boss. That's why he left. That's facts. Triple H has heat with Edge. Edge does not want to work with Triple H. So, let's talk about Chris Jericho. He also had beef with Chris Jericho. He also had beef with Daniel Bryan. He also had beef with Taz. He also had beef with Kurt Angle. To my knowledge, these guys are not black. Okay, who else? This guy had beef with Bret Hart. Who else? He had beef with the Ultimate Warrior. These guys are not black. So, where's your proof? Where's your evidence that he hates black men? Or he hates black people? Bro, Jade Cargill is a dark chocolate woman. She is a dark chocolate woman. Triple H made her a tag team champion. Bro, Jade Cargill is the most pushed female on the fucking roster. Who else? Guess what? Triple H also had heat with Ken Shamrock. He also had beef with Mr. Kennedy. Triple H also had heat with Alberto Del Rio. He also had beef with CM Junk, which we all know. So, to my knowledge, those guys are not black men. Those guys just don't like Triple H. See, Triple H was that kind of guy where he will talk shit to your face, right? Triple H was a fucking player hater to your face, not behind your back. That's why I do respect Triple H as a person, because Triple H, he gave two shits. If Triple H don't like you, he will let you know back in the motherfucking day. First off, Triple H does not have heat with MVP, because MVP, he is on record. He did not like how Vince McMahon broke up the Hurt Business. To my knowledge, Triple H was not in charge back then. So this goes way back. MVP, he loved the Hurt Business. So this has zero to do with Triple H. I'm like, bro, do you listen to the shoot interviews about Triple H? It's always white men who talk shit about Triple H. Why don't you go on YouTube, the New Age Outlaws, burying Triple H? How about you YouTube Scott Steiner burying Triple H? The list goes on and on. I don't see any fucking black men. Okay, show me. Show me a black man hating on Triple H. Triple H had no beef with any black men. Now, let's talk about Triple H and Rocky Maivia. Yes, they had beef, but it was more so competitive. Triple H was jealous of Rock's spot. Triple H wanted Rock's spot. It had zero to do with Rock being black. Triple H was just a player hater. He wanted The Rock's top spot in the company. That's all. It was nothing about race. That is a fact. The Rock and Triple H are friends right now as we speak. Why would The Rock be friends with a guy who's fucking racist? Right? That makes no sense. Good Lord, man, you people are so sensitive. Don't tell a black person what's racist if you ain't black. That's all I'm saying. Don't tell me to be outraged about something if you ain't black your damn self. Please stay out of our fucking business. That's all I'm saying. Do not tell me what's racist, right? Now, I did say that Tony Khan, man, he treats Latinos like jobbers in all elite wrestling, but that don't make him racist. I never called Khan man racist. Never. I just said he books Latinos like shit. That's what I'm saying. That don't make him a fucking racist, because at the end of the motherfucking day, he does employ Latinos. So hell, he can't be a fucking racist if he has Latinos on his fucking roster. So no, he ain't racist. It's just he books Latinos like fucking shit. But here's my thing in regards to the Nation of Domination segment when DX was doing a parody. Listen, nobody in the Nation of Domination had a problem with that segment, all except the blackface. But overall, they had no beef with it, especially Mark Henry. The same guy that y'all say, man, why did Triple H do that dance towards Mark Henry? Nigga, Mark gave two shits. So why do you care? Mark said, nigga, this is TV. We are playing characters. We are trying to get heat. Triple H was trying to get heat. Bro, if you are saying that you wanted Mark Henry to beat his ass, damn. That means Triple H was a great heel. Like, bro, this is wrestling. It's the heel's job to make people feel sorry for the good guy. That's what Triple H was doing. That's what he did with Booker T. It's like, that's all y'all have to fucking stand on. Listen, whether you like it or not, when you use racial undertones, that shit does draw. That shit does work. Ask Kofi Kingston. Yes, they did use racial undertones during Kofi Mania. That's facts. Listen, whether you like it or not, when you use racial undertones during a feud, that shit does draw, and people do watch. Look at Kofi Mania. They use racial undertones during Kofi Mania. That's why people was supporting Kofi Kingston. People thought it was a race thing, why he never became a world champion. Okay, by that logic, that did draw. Because, to my knowledge, they never had a fully black WWE world champion before Kofi. Listen, I don't count Rocky Maivia. He's half Samoan. So yes, you can use racial undertones if you are trying to push Kofi Mania as the first real black man to be a world champion in the World Wrestling Federation. I'm talking about the WWE title, not the big gold belt that Mark Henry won, not that belt. I'm talking about the real belt that was never held by a fully black man. The Rock was half black. We are talking about a fully black man, a chocolate full black man. The first one was Kofi Kingston. So yes, when you use racial undertones, that shit does draw. Listen, in regards to Bobby Lashley, listen, there's not much more Triple H can do with him. Like, what more can he possibly do with Bobby Lashley besides wrestle in that mid-card and trying to put younger talent over? What more can he do with Bobby Lashley? That show is built around Cody Rhodes. That show is built around Logan Paul and a cosplay. What more can you do with Bobby Lashley at this stage of his career, right? See, people want to bring up, oh, what about him versus Roman Reigns? Look, that was going to be a trash match. It was not going to be good. They have no chemistry. That was not going to be a good match. Hence why Vince did not want it. So do not bring that up. Plus, bruh, Bobby was going to lose, bruh. So who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck about that match? Who do you think was going to win? Bobby was going to job out. So who gives two shits about that match? But in regards to Mark Henry, the only thing he said was he did not like being called the Silverback. That's it. Mark said he did not like being called the Silverback. But overall, that has zero to do with Triple H. He's friends with Triple H. So how can you say Triple H was a racist towards Mark if Mark likes him? Hell, Mark says nothing but positive shit about Triple H. So you gotta shut the fuck up. Like, what are you crying about? How is Triple H a racist? You have no proof. You have no fucking evidence. All I see are blacks on the show every week. Every week I see Carmelo Hayes. Every week I'm seeing R-Truth. Every week I'm seeing the goddamn prophets. Blacks are on the show every goddamn week. Go and Google it. Bruh, I'm on Google right now as we speak. I typed in, who are the wrestlers who had beef with Triple H? Who had heat with Triple H? I'm seeing no black men. I'm seeing Bret Hart. I'm seeing Ken Shamrock. I'm seeing Mr. Anderson. I'm seeing CM Junk. I'm seeing Paul London. I'm not seeing black men. Like I said, this is facts. I'm seeing all white men. It's called wrestlers who can't stay in Triple H. I'm seeing all white men. Okay? I'm not seeing any fucking black men saying they don't like Triple H. So why are you saying it? See, only smarks say dumb shit, right? That is smart rhetoric to say Triple H is a racist. He was never a racist. Mark never said it. Nobody in the Nation of Domination said he was a motherfucking racist. Like I said, I did laugh at that segment when they were mocking the Nation of Domination. I did laugh because I was laughing at the guy who played Owen Hart. That was great shit. Go back and watch that segment. The guy who was the best guy in that segment was the guy that was playing Owen Hart. That was some funny ass shit. Yes, I was laughing at Triple H. Triple H, man, he makes a great rock. Triple H was funny as fuck in that segment. I'm sorry. Triple H was funny as fuck in that segment. I don't care what anybody else says. Because I think if somebody can be you for Halloween, that means you are doing something right. That means your ass got character. If you can't be mocked with your wardrobe and your appearance and how you talk, that's a good thing. That means your ass got a gimmick. Your ass got a character that people can identify with. Listen, I saw the DX segment live. I was laughing. That was great shit. But overall, Triple H ain't no damn racist. Bruh, if anything, Triple H hates white men. Okay? Bruh, if anything, Triple H hates white men. That's my point. Because, bruh, I'm on the website right now as we speak. They gave me a list on all the people who don't like Triple H. I'm seeing no black men on this list, and I'm done.